sky, riding through the clouds, making your mama proud whenever you hit a low. Make sure you getting high, reach for the ceiling and make pretend you can fly. And make pretend you can fly. 3, 2, 1, rockets on.
What is up, guys, and welcome back now to episode number 12 of Eto'o's Road to Glory. And if you're wondering what the song was at the start, it was Jaybird Higher. So yeah, Jaybird Higher, if you YouTube that, it'll come up. He's quite a sort of unknown sort of artist, so yeah, and his music's all free, which is always a bonus. But yeah, the goal at the start wasn't the greatest thing you're ever going to see in your life, but I'm kind of like struggling. I don't know what it is when I'm playing with this team. I find it hard to score sort of nice goals. All of the goals I score kind of like just like basic, just goals basically. But yeah, at the start of the episode there, I apply a central defensive midfield card onto my central midfielder to make him a central defensive midfielder, and then I also apply a formation card just to make sure he gets the 9 chemistry. And we're going to a game against this guy. He's got kind of like a Bundesliga theme going on with a couple of odd players, which is kind of up to him, but he does take the lead with Schürrle, which is slightly annoying. Schürrle's actually quite a good player, but it was kind of poor defended by me, and I've quite often found, you know, with 3 at the back, you're a little bit liable to concede. You know, it's good when you're going forward because you get loads of bodies sort of like in the box, and you create lots of space, you know, in the opposition's half. But when they break or when they sort of come at you with pace, you kind of struggle, which is kind of frustrating. But this episode, I'm going to call it kind of like Saturday rage quitting cunts. I'm not going to call it that, but yeah, that was you'll see it as the sort of the theme development in the episode. Every single person I play rage quits. I don't know what it is with Saturdays. I find on Saturdays on FIFA, you just find the biggest like tools going. You know, you never come across just like decent players. You come across absolute idiots that just rage quit at any possible moment. I don't really see the point of rage quitting, to be perfectly honest, but I suppose that is up to them, and I do get the win when they rage quit. But it's slightly annoying that you don't get, you know, the full match sort of coins and the match bonus and all that crazy stuff. But anyway, guys, we're going to another match after that guy, and I'm coming against this guy, and he's got the Arsenal away kit. I think the first guy had an Arsenal badge, so there's a bit of an Arsenal themed development. And we're going to a game. You know, he's got quite a nice team. You know, he's got a 4-1-2-1-2 Premiership team. You know, he's got a Sessegnon from the Mackhams. He's also got, you know, Eto'o, he's got a Suarez, he's got an Ashley Young, who was a bit of a diver, Ashley Cole. You know, he's got sort of just the standard sort of like Premiership players, you know, nothing particularly out of the blue, just quite regular and quite ordinary, I suppose. Get an early lead there with Carlos Eduardo, obviously, that's the goal at the beginning, how could I forget? And yeah, this game, the guy was an absolute wanker as well. He rage quitted, which is kind of frustrating, you know, after 22 minutes, rage quitting, and when I was straight on goal with Tardelli, and Tardelli would have finished it nevertheless. But it's quite annoying, you know, I get a game played, and obviously I don't get my full match coins and all that sort of good stuff. And then we're going to a game against this guy. He's got quite a nice badge. I think it's the AZ Alkmaar badge. He's got a French 4-4-1 one side. You know, he's got a Scalacci at centre half. You know, when you say Scalacci, your eyes light up. He's possibly, for my opinion, one of the worst defenders in the Premier League and on the game. You know, he's really slow and he's not very strong. He's quite weak and he's just terrible. He's not really a good player. And then apparently he cost Arsenal, I think it was 300,000 in just match appearances this season or last season, when they had to pay to Seville, which is kind of a bit of a bummer for Arsenal. But yeah, that guy rage quits as well. Scalacci couldn't handle the heat and he had to get out of the kitchen. And yeah, after that we sort of just changed the team around, you know, make sure everyone gets a 9k, make sure everyone's on good fitness, and we're going over this game against this guy. And this guy is possibly the biggest wanker I've ever played on FIFA, ever. Look at this team, you know, it's quite a sort of ordinary team, sort of a non-shiny Premiership team, apart from sort of Brad Friedel. You know, he's got nothing totally special, but he's got them sort of like decent, sort of like low-rated Premiership players, you know, that are quite underrated. And pretty much from the beginning, all he does is pass it around his defence, which is, you know, kind of frustrating. I went on ultra attack. I've actually changed my formation as well, just to try and sort of get more bodies up the pitch, just try and win it back. And obviously, with so many bodies up the pitch, trying to win the ball back on the counter attack, I get absolutely raped. And I say raped, I wasn't exactly raped, but yeah, I got beat, which is kind of quite a piss take. But yeah, Danny Welbeck there with a nice sort of finish by him. Buffon was slightly disappointed, but here I don't know what my defender was doing. He hit it off my own guy, then hit it off his guy, whips it in. Nice little volley from Welbeck again to make it 2. And talking to Welbeck, don't know if you guys seen the England game last night. You probably did, more than likely. Obviously Welbeck scored a nice goal at the end of the game. You know, England won the game 3-2. They're quite, you know, fortunate for me. I thought Sweden played all right, but it was not exactly the greatest sort of standard of football. I think both teams aren't, you know, the best teams in the sort of the competition. But at the end of the day, England won the game, and that all that matters really. You know, it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win. And yeah, that's that game there. 3-0 defeat. Quite frustrating. You know, I don't really like getting beat, especially like that against an absolute noob. But that's sort of the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, we'll go back into a game against this guy. You know, I just wanted to keep I wanted to get a win. Basically, he's kind of got a sort of a strange team. Not many sort of 100% sort of chemistry links. You know, he's got like sort of just random players dotted around just for the hell of it. This game is quite an exciting game. There's lots of goals in this game, which is always a positive. Eli there for early sort of goal for me in the 40th minute, which is always a bonus. But yeah, guys, obviously the Euros is on tonight. We've got Poland against Czech Republic, which should be a really good game. I'm probably going to watch that game because I think Russia are pretty much through. You know, take a minor miracle from not to qualify. And so yeah, obviously I want your predictions on that in the comments. So leave a comment with your predictions and thoughts on the two games tonight. You know, Poland against Czech Republic and Russia against Greece. You know, two sort of decent games. You know, quite evenly matched games. So it should be a good night of football. And also, guys, what I want to know from you is, would you just like to see a Football Manager video later tonight? It'll be about 10 o'clock. It'll be quite late, you know, a late night FM video, which is quite a naughty sort of video to put up late at night. It'll be sort of Newcastle United save. Just sort of on the first season. I've just recently started a new save, and yeah, so I'm probably going to upload that later tonight. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. But yeah, the episode's coming to a close here. I do believe Buffon gets his hat trick, which is kind of funny. You know, goalkeeper getting a hat trick. You don't see that every day, especially where in real life you just never see a goalkeeper getting a hat trick. You barely see a goalkeeper getting one goal, but I suppose 3 penalties is not exactly something amazing on FIFA, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. The episode's coming to a close here. Just get a couple of more goals. He does actually get one back, which is kind of frustrating, but he wasn't, you know, the worst player. He's quite good on the attack, but defensively he was a little bit weak. I think him not having the full sort of 100% chemistry sort of affected his performance in some of his players, especially his keeper. His keeper kept fouling us, but yeah. I think this is the hat trick for Buffon. Yeah, I think I went a bit early on the hat trick for Buffon. But yeah, guys, I'll leave my Twitter in the description, and that is pretty much that for this episode. I do believe I win this game. I do believe it was 6-3, 7-3, yeah, something like that. I think there's another couple of goals in the last couple of dying moments in the 90th minute, which is, you know, kind of a little bit frustrating. But yeah, it was nice movement by him there for his goal. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and there will be an FM video out later tonight. And yeah, I'll sign out now. So guys, yeah, peace.